Hey guys, John Cox here, man. I just want to fill you guys in on a little, what I do, to get on plane and take off for some of you guys that might be first-time boat owners or first-time aluminum boat owners. There's just a few little steps, a little bit different than what fiberglass is getting on plane. What you want to do is you want to make sure if you got a hydraulic jack plate, I always like to start with my jack plate all the way down. That's usually the safest bet to go, until you get it, feel it out to where it runs the best. Sometimes you can run it up 2 inches, but normally I start with it all the way down, and I'm also going to trim the motor all the way down. I'm going to make sure it's tucked all the way up under the boat, before I take off. The reason we do this the reason you do that is when you trim the boat and the motor all the way down, it allows the boat to plane out the quickest, and kind of gets it on pad, or gets it on plane, and just the starting speed. And then once you do that, once you get up on plane, and you're cruising, then you start to accelerate and you slowly bump the trim. Just a little bit. The difference between aluminum and fiberglass, you get going, you trim it way up, and it's like all over the place, and you're having to steer through the chime and stuff. Aluminum, you're gonna, same steps, gonna keep it trimmed down under, but when you go to trim up, it's not going to be a complete full trim that you would normally get on a fiberglass. You're going to want to trim it until right before you feel it kind of want to bounce, and then you'll tap it back down one time, and that will be your ideal trim level when you're running. And it will vary depending on the weight of your boat and what you have in your boat. Like my tournament boat's fully loaded with tackle, 7 batteries, I mean tons of weight in the boat. My trim, I'm actually going to get a little more trim because I have so much weight in the boat compared to someone that doesn't have much weight in the boat and the boat's really light. You might have a 1/4 tank of gas instead of a full tank. You're going to get less trim there because more of the boat, the aluminum boat's so light, it's going to ride really high on the water, and it's going to catch the wind a lot when you're running. So you're not going to get as much trim, but you're going to get really great fuel mileage, and yeah. All boats are different, and all of them are going to be a little bit different. Even some of the same models might ride a little bit different because depending on how you rig them and how you pack your equipment. So the best thing to do is to experiment and try and take it easy, and slowly make those changes to your trim until you figure out what's best for your boat, the way it runs.